From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros. A big-time arm and a power bat should be fun. First pitch is next. Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's having a real consistent year. He's got an ERA under 3. Anytime you're doing something like that, you're doing just fine.
Danny Santana strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Minnesota, center fielder, number 39.
First pitch of the game is taken for ball 1 as we get underway at 7-11 tonight. Eric Karros, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
And it's a good position to be in. You've been playing good baseball. Now you...
Oh, look at Valbuena. And now a bobble, and he's not going to have a play.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Eduardo Escobar will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Yeah, guys, I don't think I'd worry too much about yesterday if I was him, because look at that batting average he's sporting.
Low for ball 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, Matt, the pitcher may have thought the runner might be on the move right there, so he slide steps to hang on to him.
Keuchel pauses. Here's the 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, you know, Ross is definitely liked by the pitchers, Matt. When they're working both sides of the plate, they tend to be pretty effective when he's making the calls.
Hit high and deep out to left field, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. Long throw to third, and he is out on a strong throw.
Yeah, trying to get aggressive and take third on the single, but that's going to prove to be a bad decision as they wind up gunning him down.
Miguel Sano steps in, and he's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely a guy to keep your eye on right now. Here's the first pitch to him. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Drilled right back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Brian Dozier will step in now. Currently 4th in the AL in RBIs, but with a chance to add to his total early on.
Yeah, and you guys know he's definitely been one of the best run producers in the sport over the last several weeks. I'm sure his guys are hoping that he can keep it up all the way into the fall.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
0-1, here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Ooh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Joe Mauer will dig in for the first time as he'll enter play 6th in the American League in hitting.
And he's in the top 5 in runs scored, too, so he's a big part of this offense.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Nope. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. That's lifted the other way out to left. Rasmus moves over, 2 gone. And a relay to the plate. And he will beat the throw as he gets his foot in there, safe at the plate.
And with 1 out and the bases loaded, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're out there on the mound. They do give up 1 run with the sacrifice fly, but with 2 outs now, they're much closer to avoiding what could have been a huge inning.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame, so you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Twins forced to settle for 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Twins are in front, 1-0. Kyle Gibson, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, they were real happy with his last start. Got into the 7th inning. He kept the other team at bay and got his ball club to win. They'll take that same sort of effort here.
Here comes the second baseman, Jose Altuve, to get things kicked off in the home half of inning number 1.
Astros, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Fastball in there for a called strike. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Ready on 1 and 2. On the ground to third. There's Plouffe. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, guys, this team can absolutely fly. They lead the league in stolen bases. So be patient and let those runners move into scoring position and then follow it up with clutch hits.
Carlos Gomez will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
And, you know, he's coming into this one licking his wounds a little bit. His average on the season is still good, but he's really scuffled over the last month or so.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. It's a solo home run off the bat of Carlos Gomez. And the Astros have pulled back even now with 1 run apiece.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Batting third, the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Here's Carlos Correa now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 5 homers and 14 driven in. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
The 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will be corralled by Mauer, and that's out number 2. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier, he doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
Evan Gattis is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Astros able to tie it here on the solo home run. We'll head to the top of the second, all even at 1 apiece. Eddie Rosario will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come.
Eddie Rosario.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Keuchel's ready. 2-0 on its way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Rasmus. He's got it 1 away. Now that we have a chance, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
Eduardo Nunez will get his first shot here. As you can see, he currently leads the junior circuit in hitting.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Kurt Suzuki will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
And he's right up there among the RBI leaders, too, so he's dangerous with runners on base.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in there. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. On the ground to the left side. Valbuena's got it to second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Colby Rasmus will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the 330 mark to begin playing.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike one.
And that may be the pitch that he'll remember from this at-bat. When he's hot, he doesn't miss that.
Down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And this is swung on and missed, and Rasmus becomes out number one.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's George Springer. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He'll enter play with that batting average, still shy of the 220 mark. 3 homers, 9 driven in. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Fooled him badly there. I mean badly. It's 1-2.
Ooh, you talk about fooling a guy with a changeup. What a great spot to call that pitch.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
You think he's gotten over that first inning home run? How about back-to-back strikeouts here to start his half of the second? And that'll help you get through it.
Luis Valbuena will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Into the windup and the pitch. To short. To his left, Escobar. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Astros go down 1-2-3. Through 2, we're tied 1 apiece. Danny Santana will come up now to kick off their half of the third. Seems like the hits have been coming fast and furious, EK, but not the runs.
Yeah, you figure if you get 5 hits in 2 innings, you're doing all right for yourselves. But like you said, they've only got 1 run to show for those 5 hits, so they'll need to capitalize a little better.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret you've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Drilled on the ground is short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
And you know, pitching's a lot more than just velocity. You know, this guy, he's living proof. If you hit your spots, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Eduardo Escobar strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Keuchel into his motion. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Gomez giving chase. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for Minnesota, right fielder, Miguel Sano.
Digging in to try it again, Miguel Sano. He singled his last time up.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. One and two.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
2 out, nobody on. To short, hit hard. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. John Singleton will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
First delivery to him on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
He's been able to bounce back strongly after that first inning home run, and he's set down 6 in a row now since then.
Jason Castro.
Jason Castro comes forward for his first try at the plate, and you have to think something's got to give. Clearly not going his way of late. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Pretty stress-free inning so far. 2 batters, 6 pitches, and 2 strikeouts.
Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That evens it up, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Brian Dozier will start things out here for Minnesota with Joe Mauer on deck to follow.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
In there, no balls and a strike. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Smoked on the ground left side. And he'll have himself a leadoff single as this is through into left. So with the leadoff man on base, let's take a look at our daily feature here. This date in baseball history. Striding into the box, Joe Mauer earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right there for strike 1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Line drive to left. Rasmus is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first down. So with a runner at first and 1 gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both guys topping out so far in the low 90s. 93 for one guy, 91 for the other. Trevor Plouffe in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. It wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Gomez has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Eddie Rosario is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he's back standing.
Simple throw over there.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
And this is going back to the pattern he's been using here lately. Set him up inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Shot toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Eduardo Nunez gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
And he lays off there 1-0. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
1 run, 7 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. On to first, and the Twins are turned away here as the side is retired. Twins strand a pair. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Carlos Gomez will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Gibson steps into his windup. First pitch on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Escobar is right there. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of Game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the 2 starters scheduled to oppose one another. Carlos Correa is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. 2 different pitches, both taken on the inside corner, and now they can go just about anywhere they want.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Oh, you got to like the way he's throwing the ball right now. You get a 1-pitch out to start the inning, and then you follow that up with a 3-pitch strikeout. He's settling in nicely now.
At the plate, Evan Gattis. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Chop foul over towards the dugout. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Lifted in the air to right field. Sano has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Kurt Suzuki will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double. So a ringing double here to kick off inning number 5. And as the graphic there illustrates, his total for the year places him second best on the Twins roster.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
In now, Danny Santana. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. In there at the knees, strike one. For Suzuki, the double is his 8th of the season so far. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Back goes Rasmus, and that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and it gives the Twins a 3-1 lead.
Here's the sequence one more time on show track. He looks at strike one, looks at strike two. Now that pitcher's got a false sense of security, and he unloads on the 0-2 pitch. He got all of that one.
Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Eduardo Escobar standing in. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
And this should be a pretty good test of his resiliency out there. He's going to need to snap back in a hurry because he's got a lot more danger ahead.
That's wide, 2-0. To short, hit hard. Correa from the outfield grass. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Right fielder, Miguel Sano.
Miguel Sano will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. Hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Yeah, and that might give you an idea of how his stuff is starting to straighten out just a little bit here now. It's the 3rd time through the lineup, and guys weren't getting a ton of solid contact earlier, but as his pitch count rises, they're starting to zero in on him now.
Brian Dozier digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Keuchel gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
To third. There is Valbuena. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But 2-run score for the Twins, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Minnesota's out in front, 3-1. Colby Rasmus will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And this is swung on and missed, and Rasmus becomes out number 1. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. George Springer is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
2 straight strikeouts here to start out the inning, but that's 8 for him now in the ball game. These guys have really had a hard time figuring him out.
Here's Luis Valbuena now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Chopped weakly to the left. Escobar has it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Astros go down 1-2-3, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start things out for Minnesota. Lifted in the air out to left field. Rasmus is under it to put it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out to kick off the 6th.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game, and he's just not getting any help offensively.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And that's in there for strike 1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Belted high in the air out to left. Rasmus ranging back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away.
It's kind of a surprise to me that he wouldn't try to go for 2 on this play. I don't know if he got caught up in his home run trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Luke Gregerson will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning.
Luke Gregerson.
Eddie Rosario will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And he lays off for ball 1.
1-1.
Ripped on the ground to first. The second for 1. And a high throw, but he's able to keep anchored on the bag at first, and that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Twins lead it 3-1. John Singleton will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Gibson's ready, and the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
2-0.
No.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Santana is right there, 1 down.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
So 1 away, and here's the left-handed hitting catcher, Jason Castro. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded up the first baseline. Mauer's there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Nope.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for 1 pitch in 1 spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
He's fallen behind now 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
And the count will be full. One run, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder.
And you want to talk about being on top of your game? This is the first base runner that he's allowed since way back in the very first inning. He might not even remember what it's like to work out of the stretch.
Carlos Gomez will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Definitely a steal situation here. When your leadoff guy gets on with 2 outs, I'd expect to see him go within the first few pitches.
The 0-1 delivery. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Carlos Correa strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. He didn't even want to swing at this pitch. You see him try to hold up, but winds up working out for him.
Evan Gattis will stand in now, and suddenly the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Yeah, this sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? But when you've got a guy reeling out there like he really doesn't know what hit him, boy, it's time to put the pedal down.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. So the 3 straight hits have that man right there, perhaps assessing his options.
3 straight 2-out hits, too. That makes any move a little more complicated.
Grounded to third. On to first, and the Astros can't cash in as that ends the inning. Astros leave them loaded. They still trail it here 3-1. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Eduardo Nunez is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
The designated hitter, Eduardo Nunez.
And the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Standing in now, Kurt Suzuki. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Springer, still going back. He's got it. A nice play there, 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Boy, this one deserves another look in show motion. You'll see him here. He's tracking this baseball. Now, go ahead and freeze it. This is a picture of concentration right there. He knows that once we roll this video, he's going to get a mouthful of fence. And I'll tell you what, that cannot have felt good.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. Time to get up and stretch here at Minute Maid Park. Minnesota leads this one 3-1. Leading off the inning, Colby Rasmus, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Gibson looks in. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. In there, 1-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
A broken bat, little looper down to third. Keeping your focus on the baseball is the thing you have to do here, which is easier said than done when you've got a flying projectile heading your way. But he takes this one in, no problem.
Here's George Springer. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
The windup and the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Boy, and if anything, he's looking stronger than ever here in this 7th inning.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Here's Luis Valbuena now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Score holds. It's 3-1. Eduardo Escobar will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Gomez at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. The relay, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Well, that didn't take long to get a man into scoring position. And quite truthfully, he's probably a little bit unlucky that he's not touching third and home here as well. No waiting for a pitch here. He jumps on that very first pitch of the inning and nearly drives it out of here.
Miguel Sano takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Drilled to the left side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
And with these guys holding on to a 2-run lead, they've given themselves a pretty good shot to get it to 3 or more. This will put runners at the corners with nobody out. And if these first 2 at-bats are any indication, we might be looking at a big inning.
Here's Brian Dozier now. Hot shot on the ground to short. And a backhanded try into the hole at short, but this gets on by. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate, and it's a 4-1 game.
First baseman number 7, Joe Mauer.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Number 29, Tony Sick.
Joe Mauer will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
And he gets ahead 0-1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Line drive. Base hit left field. Around third and being waved on home. And he is in there. The runner from second crosses the plate. Make it 5-1.
And that may be the at-bat there that finally seals the deal here. That'll make it a 4-run lead right now, and that will be awfully tough to overcome this late in the ballgame.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of ones and twos, but those will add up.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. And to score is the runner from third.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Eddie Rosario will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Boy, that's just pretty standard operating procedure right here. You get him leaning out over the plate on that slider running away, and then you bust him inside hard on that fastball on the inside corner.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Oof. That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
A little roller toward the hole. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
And this play is the very definition of trading a run for an out. It's been an ugly inning so far, so I'm pretty sure they'll take anything they can get at this point.
Eduardo Nunez is set to try his luck now with 4 runs already across and a chance to make it 5 right here.
And you know he's walking to the plate just licking his chops. Everybody else has made it look so easy, so he should have plenty of confidence in the box right now.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's an 8-1 ball game.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in. He flew out his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Ground ball left side. On to first, and Suzuki's retired. 2 away.
Now batting.
Danny Santana is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. And Rasmus has thrown him out at home plate. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Twins 8 and the Astros 1. John Singleton will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
First baseman, John Singleton.
Into the seats, 0-1. Gibson gets the sign. Here it is on 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Santana moving to his left. Oh, what happened there? It falls in.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, I'm not sure if this will wind up being a triple. It really should be a three-base error. I mean, here it is. He was there in plenty of time. He just winds up with a handful of air. And they are going to hit him with an E. It's well-deserved.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Runner at third here, nobody out. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. 8-1 our score as you look at our in-game line score. This one pretty much all over but the shouting. Jose Altuve gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound, and a change will be forthcoming. That'll be it for Kyle Gibson. So he was able to only get that first out in the 8th, but nonetheless he'll depart with the lead. Kevin Jepson will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Kevin Jepson.
From the stretch. Fastball in there for a called strike. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball hit foul to first as the first base coach had to do a little skip to my loo there. A man at third with one away. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
So 2 gone now in the Houston 8th, and standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Men on third with 2 down. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Strike three called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. One left for Houston. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Set to start the ninth now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Number 35 is on, and he'll take over on the mound. Eduardo Escobar will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
Lifted in the air out to center field. Gomez has a play. 1 away.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
At the plate, Miguel Sano. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. The pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left, number 10 for him on the year, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. The 0-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
Ready with the 0-2. And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Dozier is retired, 2 down now.
First baseman number 7.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
So here's Joe Mauer. Line towards center field. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. But the Twins add on thanks to this solo shot. Last chance coming up for the Astros. It's the Twins 9 and the Astros 1. Carlos Correa will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
Here it comes, 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
Yeah, he had him in good position here. 0-2 to start the inning. He just can't seem to finish him off.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Hard to do much better than this. I mean, here are the only three batters he's faced since coming on. Strikeout, strikeout, and strikeout. Boy, that is flat dealing there.
Evan Gattis now standing in, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
Well, he just hasn't looked comfortable all night long.
And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
You know, and unless these guys can turn things around quickly, it's starting to look like this winning streak's going to come to an end at 3 games.
Colby Rasmus stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Two out, nobody on. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Now here's a swing and a miss, and the Astros are down to their final strike now.
Not only is he close to going through the heart of this lineup, he may even strike out the side.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And I think just about everybody wound up having a hand in this victory as they go on to win this one by 8 runs.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com.